Hi, Linda Grof.
Hello.
Your field is future studies. What is future studies, actually, Linda? You are one of the best experts in this field in USA, so it is interesting to have your answer. What is future studies?
Future studies is about change and trying to understand changes which are happening. As I said, they're accelerating in almost every area of our life today. And I do think if people can understand change better, they can see more opportunities in change that could impact their life, and then they can deal with change more effectively. Sometimes when so much change is happening, people feel overwhelmed, you know, and they just don't want to deal with it, you know. But there's a lot of potential opportunities also in change that if people can see them, then that can inspire them to move themselves, yeah.
But can you predict the future when you do future studies?
No.
Why?
Futurists never claim to predict the future, even though people think that's what they're trying to do. So people talk about there's possible futures, anything that could happen. There's probable futures, what is most likely to happen. There's preferable futures, which is what you would most like to have happen. And so the challenge is how to figure out how to make the preferable futures become more probable. So we can actually engage in creating the future that we want.
Fantastic. So during your years of future studies, what really surprised you the most? What was really the
Oh my goodness. I think today the thing that is not surprising me, but getting my attention the most is because there is technology evolving very rapidly today, bringing big ethical and other questions about what it's even going to mean to be a human being going forward. This is extremely important, and if we don't take care of the earth, we won't have any place to live, you know. And if we don't deal with cultural diversity, and you know, we will have conflicts and wars instead of figuring out how we live harmoniously on the planet and have everyone bring their gifts to the whole. And if we don't evolve our consciousness, we won't have the right mindset and worldview and even, you know, experience of reality to be able to see how all this comes together. So I think we live, you know, they said, what, may you live in interesting times? I think we are.
Yes, it is plenty of opportunity and risk, actually. It is as in the SWOT analysis, when you do strategy and you look at possibility and difficulty, we are in a very strategic time, let's say, where mankind can go in the good direction or in the bad direction. Actually, do you think mankind is going in the good direction?
Mixed.
Mixed.
I mean, one of the things is you can point out these issues to people, but then you have to get governments and political leaders and so on to act on these things, which sometimes they are doing, and you have some instances where people are resisting change. But one of the things futurists is saying, have always been saying, is if we can anticipate where the problems are going and see, if you see some negative trends emerging, and you can start to intervene sooner to deal with them, they won't get so out of control. But like climate change, the longer we wait to deal with it, it could get to the point where it becomes too difficult to deal with, and there's a big debate even about that right now. So it's very important to anticipate where we're going positively, to keep encouraging those things, and the negative trends to say, what can we do to change those trends so we create a more positive outcome? And, you know, and then you have to get people, you know, leaders need to speak up and educate the public, and the public then needs to get on board, you know, to go along with these things.
That is really very similar to the cancer, because the cancer, actually cancer, my father was a doctor, and he was telling that cancer is a very benign illness as long as you find it early. But most of the time, because nobody cares and nobody really feels the cancer developing, then usually when a lot of time when you discover it, it's really too late. So it is global warming is a little the same, because we know it, we know about it in the 70s. Actually, we should have acted in the 70s.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Linda. We are going to make again a new broadcast just after.
Okay.